So hello everyone and welcome back to Sports Today. So there has been a bit of a massive update if you're a fan of Indian football and a supporter of the Indian football team that would actually interest you massively. You would remember that this year 2023 was supposed to be the year of the AFC Asian Cup. Unfortunately, it was meant to be held in China, but China ended up relinquishing hosting rights due to, of course, problems with the COVID-19 pandemic. Remember, they had a fresh wave, there were a lot of cases, and the whole tournament was eventually moved to Qatar, which means that the tournament is still happening and is still being billed as the 2023 AFC Asian Cup, but it'll be happening in January of next year, so technically in 2024. That being said, the draw for these particular cup has in fact been made, and India would also we now know which group India are in. So without any further ado, let me quickly reveal what it is that India's group is for this particular tournament. They have been drawn in Group B, and in Group B they will be alongside Australia, Uzbekistan and Syria. Now, you remember that India have now qualified for back-to-back events in back-to-back tournaments in the AFC Asian Cup. They were part of the tournament in 2019 and will of course be part of the 2023 edition as well. So it's good progress in that regard, but I will tell you this Group B is not an easy group in the slightest. Why? Well, because Australia, you would remember, were not only playing the FIFA World Cup in 2022, but they also made it to the round of 16, where it actually took some inspired defending and goalkeeping to actually ensure that they didn't somehow make it into the quarterfinals. They faced Argentina, who were the eventual winners in the round of 16. But remember, Argentina were a little uncomfortable and iffy in that particular match, and Australia did rather well. And of course, Australia are powerhouses of Asian football. They have won the tournament as well, also all the way back in 2015. So it's nothing new for them. They are probably the strongest team in this group. But even the other two, well, it won't be that easy for India in terms of the competition. The other one, as I said, Australia was one. Uzbekistan, well, the 2023 edition of the AFC Asian Cup will be the 8th straight AFC Asian Cup that Uzbekistan are going to be a part of. So again, this is a team that knows their way around Asia's top football competition. They haven't won the tournament ever, but they consistently do make it out of the group stages, and they've made it as far as securing a 4th place finish in one of the editions. So again, no mean feat to actually try and get points against them. Syria, again, are a team that tend to underperform a little bit when you're looking at in comparison to Uzbekistan and Australia. But again, Syria have played in 6 editions of the AFC Asian Cup. They will, in fact, pose a stiff challenge. This is Syria who, up until pretty recently, were also, up and about and didn't actually miss out on qualification for the FIFA World Cup by all that much. So it's a pretty strong team even there. So as far as draws go, you can say that with 24 teams, obviously there will be a few teams that are slightly weaker, but what they've done with the way they made the pots and everything, India were always going to get at least one team or two teams, if they were unlucky, who would be strong. Realistically, if you look at this draw, the only team that you would be able to actually get some points against potentially, barring an upset, of course, would be Syria. Australia would be, seems like a one-sided match. Uzbekistan too would be a tough draw. Now, of course, remember, the format of the AFC Asian Cup is such that India don't need to finish in the top 2 to actually qualify for the next round. Since there are now 24 teams and they are 6 groups of 4, so the top 2 from each group will end up finishing or making it to the qualifiers anyway, but 4 of the best 3rd place teams will also end up making it into the next round. So India could potentially make it into the second round for the the first time since the 1960s, if they so actually, if luck works out a little bit in their favor. But again, this wasn't that easy a draw, and truth be told, India could have hoped for a better draw, but that's how it goes in these things. The luck of the draw is such that you will often end up getting teams who maybe you felt you'd not have to face. That being said, if India want to be or prove that they are up there as a rising force in Asian football, then you would expect them to at least put in credible performances in these particular matches. Now that we know the draw, of course, you'll see preparations for, of course, this tournament kicking into full swing. It'll be exciting to follow as a fan of Indian football. And don't forget, if you want all of those updates from, of course, the internationals and all the latest happenings from the world of this particular sport, particularly from an Indian context, you can stay tuned to us at Sports Today. But to do that, you'll have to subscribe to the channel. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and of course leave us a comment as well. Plus, don't forget to follow us on Twitter, Instagram and Facebook, and download the AajTak app. You'll get all of these updates at the tip of your fingers if you download that app. Plus, if you're on our channel, you can go ahead, check out some other videos. But for now, from my side, goodbye.